G'day folks, how you going? Just thought I'd continue the Scribbly Gum videos and see how much coverage of those we can get. This is Sutherland Shire. Just led a bushwalk here this morning. It'd be Bonnet Bay Jannali, sorry. Yeah, Burnham Nature Reserve. It's a nice place to hang out, have a walk. And here you can see you've got Scribbly Gums in a very different situation to what we had. If you see my other video that I posted recently, February 2025, we were in the Southern Highlands near Mittagong, and we were on the Mittagong formation. Just no sandstone outcrop, a nice continuous sort of deeper soil. Here we've got Hawkesbury sandstone outcrop. You can see it all around me here everywhere. And you've got these Scribbly Gums really close to just a residential area on the end. And pushing about, they're struggling to get to 10 metres tall. They're probably, on the whole, they're probably more like 8 metres, but I'll give them 10 metres tall. And on this Hawkesbury sandstone, small trees, the leaves are pretty fat. You got to start thinking Eucalyptus haemastoma. So that's our sort of large fruited Scribbly Gum, or sometimes I think it might be called the broadleaf Scribbly Gum. But again, I've got a bit of a situation where I'm not sure. But just reinforcing those Scribbly Gum features. Remember, historically we've had 5 species. You can see these guys are growing sort of all over the shop. This is what some of the Ukes can do in the Hawkesbury sandstone. They'll totally hug the rock. Very infertile soil here. One thing I tend to think with haemastoma versus racemosa is the sort of shading or the colour shading you get on the trunk. Haemastoma, to me, it's more of a very white grey tree, where racemosa gets sort of hues, these really yellow hues. And when I see a big tall Scribbly Gum with yellow hues, I automatically think it's racemosa. Where the Scribbly Gum, it's just more of a white grey most of the time. It doesn't get these deeper yellow tones, but look, that might be a bit of a misleading thing to watch for. Racemosa does have narrower leaves a lot of the time, and these are getting pretty fat. And we've got no historic sclerophylla records around here. But there's our scribbles. Nice white trunk. It's a very white, sort of creamy trunk. And I just find the racemosa gets more yellowy tones. There's a heap of scribbles there. Older scribbles. And there are some buds available here, but they're not quite formed, so I don't think they're really good to look at. But what we'll start to look at is the fruits, and I just liberated some here before, and I'm going to try and liberate some more. But I want to try and, I've got my ruler here, and I want to try and show this as best I can, because this is a conundrum that we always come up with. Yeah, there it is there. So finally got there. Yeah, see, they're about 6 to 7 mil. Look, it doesn't matter where I put the ruler. I'm trying to put it on a sensible interval. You can see they're getting up to 6-7 mil, and it just depends where you put it there. And that's our conundrum. That's our conundrum with trying to nail down these, what I'll say, these bloody haemastoma versus racemosa in this part of the world in Sutherland Shire, and this is the experience I've had lately. I'm going to have another go. Let's pick some more fruit. Remember to do some representative sampling. Try and do some representative sampling. And this might all come down to bloody optical things like parallax and all that sort of stuff. You can see how tricky this is, just holding the phone and the ruler. Let's get a part that's a bit more or less faded. Yeah, you can see there, whether you can see that, it's getting, that one might be about the 5 mil mark, maybe more. Trying to target the biggest fruits I can get. Oh, I think it's getting up to 6, 7 mil. I know this could be better demonstrated. Let's have a go with another one there. Yeah, I think again, you're just almost hitting that 7 mil mark. So it's a bit of a quandary as to, you know, whether to make a hardcore decision. And I think I can probably use this video to demonstrate Eucalyptus racemosa. Haemastoma. You're just going to have bigger fruit. You're just going to have fruit that can get up to 11 mil across. They can be 11 mil. I just want to liberate some more fruit here that I can see, which looks like it's a bigger size, just to demonstrate what you can get on the one tree. So just trying to liberate some more. Just have a good look, just to show you some other features. You can see them growing here almost like mallees. I'll just give you a look at this sandstone platform right next to the houses here at Bonnet Bay, Jannali. So you can see the sort of rock platforms they're growing on, with grass trees and things like that. A little bit of weed invasion here, but it's not going to affect the scribblies too much. You can see them reshooting here. Like here, we've had a controlled burn recently, just a bit of hazard reduction. And here's how they're reshooting from the lignotuber, all this suckering growth. And I don't think they're very different to the sclerophylla I showed in the other video. Again, they've got the oblique base, but not a stringy bark at all in some of these leaves. But that is a very thick feeling leaf. It's very thickly textured. They're very like robust eucalypts, these guys, really thick. That's probably getting about, 4 centimeters across. Should be concolorous. Never really discolorous, the Scribbly Gums. Be good to get the adult foliage, but that's well and truly concolorous. No real colour difference there. Remember I said the sclerophylla had a real pungent smell to it. And these smell just about the same. If I look at these adult leaves, these are definitely adult. Look how fat they still are. These are adult leaves and they're still really fat and thick. Just going to turn that over. No hint of discoloration there. So I'm just going to look at these fruits again. I reckon these fruits I've got here are probably the fattest ones I could get. And you just got to do the best you can in, giving them a decent measure. This is way too hard to do with a phone. You sort of need 3 hands. Let's see how we go. God, I don't even know how I was doing it last time. But you get that there. See if I can slide my ruler in. Oh yeah, that's a bit close. And you can see, just again, you're at that. Look, I'm trying to do that the best I can. Look, I'm going from sort of right to left, a bit stupid. But let's bring that 18 in what I'm trying to do is a 0 mark. And look at that, you can sort of see that's on about 7 mil or maybe 6. But I reckon some of them are getting on to 7. And your problem is when they're hitting 7 mil, what are you going to do? Are you going to call it racemosa or haemastoma? And this is one of the problems we have. I reckon I can't keep that steady, but if I did, I reckon that's just on 7 mil, just about. And we've got to wonder how concrete is the dimension anyway. Like what if it's, 6.9 mil or 7.1 mil or something like that. And, this is probably one of the problems we have. I'm just going to break some off and have another go because I'm really enjoying this. It's problematic when so I think it's a good demonstration of What am I doing with this now? Good demonstration of haemastoma / racemosa in this part of Sydney. Let's see what I can do here. Yeah, this is fun. Yeah, a bit how do we go there? I don't know what the camera's picking up, but what I'm picking up with my naked eye is, yeah, I'm getting right on 7 mil. So it helps me if I stop looking through the phone and just look at the ruler, and I'm getting about 7 mil there. So that's the problem. That's just the problem with trying to discern some of these in these sort of urban habitats. And you might just walk away saying it's Eucalyptus haemastoma racemosa, and you might make a comment, fruit's about 7 mil wide. So if you're going to do some flora work, and if you want to put on your data sheet for any sort of report, Eucalyptus haemastoma racemosa, fruits right on 7 mil wide, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with advising whoever you're working for that that's what you were getting. You know, they're not an endangered species or anything like that. So I don't think that's a problem. But that's trying to demonstrate just a conundrum with Eucalyptus haemastoma. But you can see the nice fat juveniles. That one, that's getting to about 5 centimetres wide. Nice and fat. It's growing with things like Corymbia gumifera, Banksia serrata. There's a little bit of Eucalyptus capitulata as well. That's here, and that's the sort of habitat haemastoma will hang out in. Loves the sandstone platforms and the sandstone outcrop. Some of these adult leaves, so they're good to be fair to it. They're a bit thinner, so these are probably about 20 mil across, maybe 25 mil. I'd still say they're 25 mil. Like I said, racemosa is known for normally having narrow leaves, a narrow canopy with smaller fruits. And I think they're a taller tree, racemosa. They're generally taller, maybe on slightly more fertile soils, maybe. And like I said, they tend to have these deep yellow hues on the trunk at times, different times during the year. And I just don't think haemastoma has that a lot of the time. There's no powder. You don't get any powder coming off like you do with Monifera. Eucalyptus Monifera is one where you rub the trunk very white and you get a white powder on your hands, but that just doesn't happen with the Scribbly Gums. So just try and get this in the sun. Yeah, you can see how bluey green it is. Nice bluey green sort of hue. The sun sort of sets that off. I'd say these leaves, they're more on the green side than the blue side, but they've got a good dash of blue in them. Sort of a mostly green, but there's a bluish tinge there to the leaves. And totally concolorous. So that's probably enough for haemastoma, I reckon. It's always tricky. If you get nice big fruit, 8, 9, 10, 11 mil across, you'll be fine. But I really wanted to show these ones because we're right on the 7 mil mark. And you're just going to have to make a call or try and find the biggest fruit that you can. Here's just one growing as 3 trunks. Again, you can see how just the leaf variation. The leaf variation with these fatter leaves here. Possibly the juvenile leaves of racemosa are described as a lot narrower than this. However, if racemosa now has sclerophylla chucked into it, well, that's going to be those dimensions are going to change, I would have thought. Alrighty, that's probably enough for you. If you want to find haemastoma, just get onto the sandstone platforms. Just get onto the Hawkesbury sandstone platforms, and that'll be your best sort of chance of having a look at it.